reset this.
Yeah.
All right.
Do a great show. Don't let me down.
No pressure. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Coming down in 3, 2.
Good morning, Columbus, and welcome to another edition of From Our House to Your Home, the Remodeler Showcase. My name is Marty Reed. I'm your host, and the show is brought to you by Frog Hauling. If you want to clean your garage, your basement, your yard, whatever, think of Frog Hauling. And if you are a builder or a remodeling contractor and only the best product will do for your customer, think of Frog Hauling. We carry 5 different sizes of containers, so you never pay for more container than you need. Hey, you know what?
What?
New year, new shows, outstanding guests.
New world. Wow.
Yeah, you're now put on the spot.
Thanks, Marty.
Okay, today we're going to talk about a couple different things. First of all, there is the Ohio Home Remodeling Show this weekend, and we're going to talk about that, give you some insight. And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce the new executive director of the National Association of Remodelers, the Columbus.
Yes.
For Columbus, and that lady happens to be Pam Patter. Welcome, Pam.
Thanks, Marty.
You don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to make you talk about it. Okay.
We'll talk. Whatever
So,
you want.
I'm going to give a little introduction. Pam has been very active with NARI. She has been a board member for a number of years, served on a number of committees, and has been a great supporter. And the board of directors, when the current executive director, I can't even remember, been there like
28 years.
28 years. Sherry Bates decided it was time to retire. It was almost instantaneous that everybody said, you know what? We love Pam. Let's go ask her.
Aww,
So congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited about it. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, and Pam has been involved with remodelers for a number of years, knows all the remodelers and product suppliers in town, and she was just an absolute natural fit. So
Aww.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I, as a member of NARI, am looking forward to working with you. So there you go.
I appreciate that more than you know, because you know you get stuff done.
I know, I do. I try. Well, I got to put you on the spot, though, a little bit as part of this. Talk a little bit about what NARI is.
Well,
Because we're going to get your perspective from the new executive director.
okay.
What NARI is, how it serves its members, whatever you'd like to say about NARI.
So NARI is the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. We are a trade association. Our members are, as Marty Reed says, the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Members are vetted. Not just anybody can join. So if it's a fly-by-night roofer,
Keep flying.
yeah, keep flying, because you're
Not going to get in.
going to get in.
Yep.
Everybody is vetted. They have to be in business for at least a year, have to have a good BBB rating, voted on by the board. There is discussion.
And we check references.
We do check references,
Yep.
and they are the best of the best. It's
Yep. How does NARI, let's say, first of all, serve the public?
we can recommend
Mm-hmm.
people that you will want to work with. So if you're looking to have a job done, you don't know anything about getting a bathroom remodeled, give us a call and we'll put you on to as many remodelers as you'd like to meet. They're all on our website. You can read about them. You can read what their references are. I was with somebody, I don't know, the last couple of days, who told me that they did a beautiful remodeling job, and then they hired, a NARI member did the job,
Mm-hmm.
and then the homeowner hired a painter that was their neighbor.
And ruined it.
and pretty much ruined it.
Oh my gosh.
There were apparently gaps at the top and the bottom of the walls. Not a NARI member.
And I would tell you, just as a sidebar here, if you go to the NARI website, all you have to do is Google NARI or Trust NARI, because most of our computers are set to Columbus, Ohio, or
Right.
you know, it's going to come up the chapter. There's a great website, and you can actually search by project or product.
Exactly.
So when you search, for example, let's say you were to search bathrooms, anybody who's involved with bathroom remodeling, their list of them will come up. It'll give you who the contacts are, and there's a little blurb about what their specialties are. And as a sidebar, I would say, guess what? NARI does have painters.
We do have painters,
And those painters work with the best of the best remodelers.
and
that
they're
are,
really good painters.
I've actually, I had a project done by a NARI remodeler, and we had to have painting redone, and the painter they sent in was unbelievable how good this
Oh my
person
gosh,
was.
yeah.
I mean, you know, I always say when it comes to painters, part of the job is the prep work.
Yep.
This guy's prep work was, I mean, it was meticulous. You know, it was. So anyways, there are, when you go to the NARI website, if you're looking for a new refrigerator, for example, you can find, you
Yep.
just Google it, or you can Google appliances and they'll tell you who, carpeting, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. How many members are there currently, or member companies are?
230.
230 companies are involved with NARI. I mean, we can go through the names. They are companies that you would recognize, like Big Sandy Superstore,
Right.
Ferguson Kitchen and
Yep.
Bath, Worley Plumbing. I'm going through some of the product suppliers, Hamilton Parker. Those are the kind of companies that are allowed to be members in NARI.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about, I am a company out there, and I do not belong to NARI, but it sounds like it might be a good thing for me to do. What are some of the member benefits for people that belong to NARI?
My favorite benefit, and you have to actually work it to reap the reward, but the networking. If
Yeah.
you show up, if you get involved, you will meet phenomenal people. You'll have relationships. We all like to work with people that we know.
Yep.
It's the networking to me is the best thing. I mean,
How do you network? Tell them how you actually get to network. with
well,
them.
you actually show up and we have meetings. We have monthly
Once a
meetings.
month. There you go.
We take, I think it's July and August off because everybody's on vacay,
And we have a golf outing.
and we have a golf outing in August.
That's
And
more important.
Have you made any deals on the golf course?
Quite a few.
There you go.
Yeah.
But no, we have monthly meetings. Thursday evenings, the location varies. It's always a member, their facility. Hamilton Parker, Ferguson. I could start naming people, but I won't.
Yeah.
But we get together, we spend an hour networking, we have a program, and it's always something that pertains to pretty much everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all relationships.
As a side note, again, I will say that that's how when I first got into business, the first thing I did was join NARI, and it was a great impetus to my business.
Absolutely.
Because once I got to know the people, they got to know me, there was trust developed, and I started doing business with a whole bunch of remodelers.
Yeah.
And that continues through today. Thank you for those remodelers out there that
Absolutely.
do business with me. But it is true, the networking is phenomenal.
That, yeah.
Number one. Number
two is
education.
education, certifications. You want to deal with a remodeler who is certified, meaning they've taken classes, they know what they're doing, they've been tested. We had a couple of folks take a test to get certified before Christmas, and we found out that they both passed. So,
There you go.
so yay for them.
Do they get the designations are like certified remodeler,
Right.
certified project manager? There's
Master
a whole
remodeler, yeah,
yeah,
there's
all kind of things.
universal design, which
Yeah.
is huge. Drawing a blank. But it's
Well, that's the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very cool.
It's
know?
like continuing education and
that's exactly what it is.
certification. Let's say that a company hires a carpenter,
Mhm.
okay? And because NARI is the best of the best, most of the remodelers I know they want their carpenters to become master carpenters.
Exactly.
And so they are tickled to death that NARI provides this training, education, certification. It progresses the career of a carpenter, so to speak.
Exactly.
They can go all the way to project management, whatever, and they are actually, they are experts in remodeling.
They are, and it's not an easy test.
No.
I happened to proctor the last one for a little bit, and they were allotted, I think it was 4 hours. And they took the 4 hours. I was surprised. But, a
lot of studying.
3 hours and 55 minutes in, I walked out into the room and I said, 5-minute warning. And they looked at me like, ooh, I better start the review.
Okay.
But they passed, so yay.
Okay, a couple other things that NARI does. One of the things that I think is really outstanding for people that are members, and I'm gonna, it's one where the members actually participate together also. And what I mean by that is we have tour of remodeled homes twice a year. And let's say that, I'll mention a company, George Cleary, because he participates. The Cleary Company. He'll also bring in the trades that worked with him. It can be anywhere from the guy who put in the air conditioning to the guy who did the flooring, whoever they work with, and they all participate together in this tour of remodeled homes.
Yeah, so you can meet who you might want to work with.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the tour of remodeled homes is they do it, NARI does it twice a year. It's an opportunity for the public to actually meet the contractor, number one, and see their work. And for the NARI member, it's an opportunity to get in front of the public.
Yeah, exactly.
And those two shows are outstanding, and they are highly successful.
Yeah, they are phenomenal. And the beauty of it is you can meet the remodeler, and they can show you what they did and tell you what the thinking was, how the process worked, the whole deal. And, sometimes there are personality clashes. You might find somebody that has a different vision than you do.
Yeah.
But when you visit each of these homes, and usually there's 10 to 12.
Yeah.
So you can meet, 9 different remodelers. Sometimes people have doubles. But you can see what their style is.
Yeah.
And, the work is insane. It's just phenomenally beautiful.
Okay. Again, go to the NARI website. Google NARI or Trust NARI, and you can get information on the dates for the upcoming. We have one upcoming in
May
the early
2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, this year on the tour of remodeled homes. We've got to take a break here. When we come back, we're going to talk to Pam a little bit more about how NARI can help you, the consumer. And then we're going to talk, I promised, a little bit about the remodeling show this weekend, because NARI is a big sponsor of the show, and there are a ton of NARI members that are involved in this show. So we'll be right back. Okay. Is that okay? All good.
I'm good if you're good.
I'm good.
I'll see if Mark responded to me. Doesn't look like he has. That poor guy, man. He was out of town until Sunday night, and then I was hunting him down about this. I texted him and he says, "I'm on vacay. I'll be back Sunday. We'll talk on Monday." So 7:00 yesterday morning. Hey, can you do Marty's show with me tomorrow? It's like, no.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
All right, we'll get going again. In 3, 2.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, we're talking with Pam Patter, who is the new executive director of the Central Ohio chapter of the National Association of Remodelers. That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Let's call it NARI.
NARI. Okay. I will tell you, though, it's very important that you folks out there get to know Pam, and you can do that just by calling the NARI office if you're anything. From, hey, we're thinking of buying new appliances,
Yep.
to we're doing a whole house remodel. I'm telling you, or maybe I just need a new backsplash in my kitchen. Pam can point you in the right direction, and she won't pick, let me qualify this. She will not pick a company. She will give you a number of companies. The choice is up to you. It's going to be, it'll be dictated a little bit by you tell her what you're trying to accomplish, and she'll make a suggestion.
Right.
Is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely.
We don't have favoritism in
No.
NARI. Our concern in NARI is that the consumer is satisfied. And so what we try to do is just point them in the right direction and maybe give them a little bit of advice.
Exactly. And I can't pick a favorite because they're all my favorites.
That's right. There you go.
It's just a wonderful group of people. It really is. I can't say enough good things about them.
Oh, if we go down the list of who the companies are that are involved in NARI, I mean, they're all household names in
Yep.
the city of Columbus. There are some household names in the city of Columbus, though, that have tried to gain membership to NARI, and they didn't meet the requirements.
It happens.
It happens. You are, let me tell you, you are scrutinized if you feel like you're going to, or if you want to become a member. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this weekend.
Yes.
For anybody that doesn't know, at the convention center this weekend, and this is another way, if you're thinking of a remodeling project, to get to meet some of the remodelers, okay?
Lots of remodelers.
Lots
there.
of remodelers, but more importantly, remodelers that are part of NARI.
Yes.
And I'm going to assume in past years, those NARI members have some sort of plaque, something
Right.
that designates that they are a member of NARI. Is that
They
correct?
will have a sign in
At their booth,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it's also, we have a cluster.
Uh-huh.
There is a NARI block. And
They're all together.
Exactly.
So people need to look
Yeah.
for that.
And you'll find us. We're pretty close to the front door.
Front door? Front and center?
Pretty close to the front door.
Okay. Okay, it is I just so the public knows this, there's a new group that NARI partnered with and helped bring into Columbus that puts on these remodeling shows now. And I would tell you that they have, it's not the old kind of remodeling show.
No, these ladies.
Who's the guest this year? They're having a
Ty Pennington.
Ty Pennington.
And you might remember him from Trading Places. Is it Trading Places? Trading Spaces? I can't remember. The America's Big Makeover Show. You know who he is. Move that truck.
I can't remember his name. It's not on the. I have a ticket here, and I don't have it on the ticket either. It's let's see. All I have is Ty Pennington, but there's. Oh, we have to talk about this. This is fantastic. I pushed this for years. I wanted this, and it's finally there this year. She sheds.
He shed, she shed.
He said she shed. Tell them what that is.
So Marketplace Events, the group that puts this together,
Yeah.
came to us and said, we'd like to have a competition.
Mm-hmm.
Weaver Barnes has graciously loaned us 5 barns, sheds. We got to pick which one we want. I have a team, which is from my previous life, but that's a whole different story.
Okay.
Sometimes you bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah, okay.
But everybody gets to pick their own theme. And because I have a shed, I don't know what the other themes are.
Okay.
But I spent the weekend painting, and I have several splinters, and my fingers are still glowing from shellac.
Okay.
My shed is going to be a Beatle shed. It started out as a hippie shed. We couldn't pull that off. It's going to be really cool. Come and see it. There's the most awesome bar in the world inside this thing. And nonstop Beatle music.
Okay, but let me ask you, They're Weaver barns. These are these small kind of backyard sheds
Exactly.
that people see.
Yes.
And they're all decorated on the inside.
Each will be decorated.
And the point of these, they became very popular. People put them in their backyard, and it was kind of the oasis getaway.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, but they used to be just she sheds. Why is it he said, she shed now?
Yeah, see, it's hard to say.
Yeah, okay.
We just wanted a little variety.
Okay.
And let me mention the other people
Sure.
that have a shed. In no particular order: J.S. Brown, the Cleary Company, House Studios, Tyler Schwartzmiller, up and coming young designer.
Okay.
Wood with a Past, very cool stuff. And then what I call the Coalition, and that would be House Trends, Bob's Wholesale Carpet, Bathworks, Big Sandy Superstores, Kitchen Inspired. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Bill Maybach, Custom Home Works, and New Millennium Painting, Gary Morse.
Oh my gosh, you have a crew.
We have a crew, and
You need to learn to delegate. Don't hurt your little tender hands.
I know,
there
right?
With all them people involved.
I'm working on it. I will admit, I was a little bit worried
Yeah.
because we were kind of a ragtag little group, and it was sort of a last minute thing.
I can't wait to see your she shed.
I can't wait to see it.
Because I
It's
got
cool.
a sneak preview of something they put in the she shed. They built a bar, and let's just put it this way, it's 1950s cool.
60s.
60s. If I had on the pom-pom
Yeah.
dress, this would fit.
Oh, totally. Black light. We found out today that we have a lava lamp coming. So excited about that.
Hey, we're going to give him a kudo. It's our production manager here, George Wolf, he's going to donate
George.
the lava lamp because he must be an old hippie, right?
I don't know. He looks like he's 26
who
to
kept
me,
their
so-
lava lamp? But I'm going to tell you something. This is no lie, George. I bought a lava lamp at a yard sale because I said, you can't find them darn things anymore,
I know.
right? The old ones, the real deal,
Yeah.
right? And here I am at this yard sale. I paid like $1 for the thing. And I was praying. I took it home. I said, I got to plug. Now, it did take a while for it to heat out. It was showing its age, but sooner or later, that gunk on the inside got soft and it started working.
I did notice, George, that Marty didn't offer up his lava lamp. So thank you.
Well, I don't even know where it is
Okay.
now anymore.
No, we'll go with that.
No, I won't. My basement, when I moved, it's still filled with the boxes. Okay?
Yeah, no,
I'm
no, that-
embarrassed to say that now that you said that. Okay, anyways, this weekend, let's see, we've got the hours for this show. If you're thinking of a remodeler, if you're thinking of meeting the best of the best,
Yep.
a NARI remodeler, all of those great companies, the remodeling company and product suppliers are going to
Absolutely.
be there. Hamilton Parker always has a nice big display there where they display their products. The marble people,
Yep.
the flooring people, they're all in
They're
these
all
shows, the NARI members. It is Friday, January 10th, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wow, this Friday.
I know, it's sneaking
Ooh.
up on us.
January's almost half over.
I know.
Believe that?
Don't say.
Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you have a NARI booth.
We do.
What's the purpose of the NARI booth at the show?
To give information, let folks know. We will have our brand new 2020 directory available. Lists all of our members. Has award-winning projects from 2019.
Oh, yeah.
And there are some dandies.
Oh, yeah.
There are 21 different projects that won Contractor of the Year awards in different categories. And I can tell you every single one of them is just,
Out of this world.
oh my gosh, yeah.
How much time do we have left, George?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, we got time. It's a good subject. People don't know what this is all about, and I think it's really important because you can also see this on our website, or the NARI website. It's called the Kodi's Contractor of the Year. Pam just mentioned that. It is a competition that starts at the local level, goes to the regional level, and you can become a national winner. So the contractors, and we have national winners
We
here
do.
in Columbus, you are competing against 70 plus NARI
Right.
chapters. I don't know the exact number nationally. So in other words, you may do a kitchen.
Yes.
If you win locally, then you go into a regional pool, competing against all the other kitchen winners. If you win there, then you go nationally, compete there, and guess what? You got one heck of a project.
Oh, yes, you do.
So, talk a little bit about it. We had a number of winners this year. I don't remember. I mean, it was
Locally?
yeah,
Locally, there were 21.
21.
And
How
yeah,
many of them are compete? Do you know at this point?
I
Because it just happened.
Yeah, it was just beginning of December that the awards were handed out. The one thing that I can say is I was fortunate enough to be a judge for another chapter
Okay.
and look at their projects, and I can say I might be prejudiced. I don't know. It's
Of
entirely
course you
possible.
are. You're the new executive director. It's all right.
But the Columbus projects
Yeah.
are just head and shoulders
Well,
above the rest.
we had a what was it? Was that where was the meeting? Christmas.
Oh, it was
the
Vets Memorial.
The new Vets Memorial.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, if you haven't seen that,
Yeah.
it is unbelievable. It's outstanding. That was the first time I'd been to that
Yeah, me
facility.
too.
And it is something else. But NARI has a Christmas meeting, let's call it, at the end of the year. And the purpose of that part of it, the main agenda is to pick the Kodi winners.
Right.
In different categories.
Well, they're voted on by another chapter.
Yep.
We get folks from other places, we send them to them, and they pick the winners, and we hand out the awards that night.
Hand out the awards.
And nobody knows beforehand
Right.
who won. This was the first year I actually knew who won before,
Uh-huh.
which was kind of a bummer because I loved guessing.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, oh, I know that kitchen.
But the point of that, I mean, to me, the point of that is I can remember the first meeting I went to where I saw people winning the Kodi Awards, and I went, wow, this is why these people are considered the best of the best.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is not big box store remodeling
No.
nonsense. This is, I truly want to do something unique and beautiful in my house. Now, let's qualify that because I don't want to give people the wrong impression. It doesn't mean you have to be a multi-millionaire.
You do not.
No. All of our remodelers can fit into any price range.
Absolutely.
Now, some of them will tell you, no, we can't do that based upon your budget, which is understandable. All businesses operate within certain price ranges
Right.
and niches, but you can call NARI.
We know
Well,
somebody who can do it.
We know somebody within your budget, or a number of people within your budget
Right.
to get the project done. Yeah. So, anyways, that's I love it every year. My two favorite things. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a whole bunch of favorite
I
things
know,
we've
it's
talked
hard to pick.
about NARI. I love the golf outing. I love the remodeling shows, the Kodi Awards. I even like the home shows because I get to
yeah.
go and talk and see their little displays, and they always have these gazillion pictures of projects they've done, which give you an
Yes,
idea
they do.
too. So, guess what? We're about out of time.
So come down to the show this weekend and meet Marty Reed.
I'm not Ty Pennington, but I charge more. They wouldn't hire me now. Okay, anyways, Pam, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Marty.
Once again, everybody, it's Pam Patter, the new executive director of the National Association of Remodelers, Columbus. Give Pam a call if you have any questions at all. Let me tell you, she's the most pleasant lady you'll ever meet, and she'll be happy to help you. And
thank
I'm
you.
happy you're the new executive director.
Thank
of
you very
NARI.
much. So am I.
Okay, everybody, as always, go out today, make somebody happy. Thank you for listening to the show. Join us again next week.